Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about what to do in an emergency. What happens if your lift fails or a vehicle comes off of a lift or even hurts somebody? Well, this pertains to a lot of other areas in the shop too, but the first thing in an emergency is to prevent one. Now, we talked about regular training on the lifts, and we talked about how technicians that I've interviewed have never been trained on the lift that they use. It just seems obvious, like they're supposed to know exactly where the lift points on a vehicle are, or what extensions to use or not to use. I see people, technicians, racking vehicles all day long without any idea of what they're doing. So regular training. Next, you want to make sure that you have some sort of preventative inspection on your lifts to make sure that they're okay to be operated on. I was in a shop the other day where the lifts weren't even inspected since 2014. Nobody has looked at those lifts in over 10 years and they're still using them day after day, hour after hour. Now, I also want to talk to you about your first aid kits. You want to make sure you go through them at least monthly and reorder new supplies because your technicians are using those things. It's a dangerous industry. We get cuts and bruises and even worse all the time. I myself in 30 plus years have had my share of injuries and broken bones. I've also seen 4 cars come off of lifts in my life. Luckily, in any of those incidents, nobody was hurt. But if they were, I wanted to be prepared. I wanted to make sure that everything was in order. If something happens, a vehicle comes off a lift in your shop, the first thing you need to do is assess the situation. You need to make sure that there aren't any people hurt or in danger. Next, stay calm, breathe, take direct action. Clear the area of any sort of personnel, customers, any bystanders. Anybody who's in direct danger, you want to make sure you help them by directing them out of the situation or helping them as best you can up until the point you feel like you are not qualified. At that point, call the authorities. Dial 911. Once you have the area clear and nobody is hurt and everybody has medical attention, now you want to assess further damage to the lift or a customer's vehicle or equipment or whatever. You then want to make sure that you figure out what was the root or the cause of the accident. Now, involve your managers and authorities as needed. You are at this point going to want to take any sort of eyewitness testimony and you're going to document everything that they say and everything that happened and put it to a timeline for your records. Now, you're going to hand that record off to whoever might need it. Your management, the owner of your shop, an attorney, so on and so forth. So make sure you document. Now, once the situation is cleared, everybody is safe and the danger is removed, you want to make sure that you call somebody to come back out and take a look at your lift before you put it back into operation. Make sure that they fix, repair, adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. It might have just been operator error. Let's figure that out, but get our lift recertified before we start using it again. Now, accidents happen, even in the cleanest, most prepared shops. Things just happen. So you want to be prepared. You want to make sure that your people are definitely trained on your lifts, that you have a full first aid kit, that people understand what the safety protocol is and the procedure when there is an accident, not if, there will be. It may not be a car comes off, but somebody's going to get hurt in your shop and you want to make sure that you're prepared and everybody knows exactly what's expected. It's part of your training. If you fix the cars, you fix the shop.